everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. I'm the owner of The Candle Nurse, and I'm going live today. This is my first live, so I'm quite nervous. I have an empties that I want to do, and it is like a whole bin here full of wax melt empties from myself, from vendor, retail. And I've been working on it for the last few months and thought, well, I was either going to toss them out or make a video. With everything going on in our lives right now, I decided not to make a video, so that I decided I would just go live, either go live, talk about my empties, and then if I catch people in real time, we can chat, which I'm new to this. This is the first ever live I'm doing on my own. So I hope that it reaches some people, and then I can figure out the chat situation. I'm not really sure, but I figured I'll go live, then this will post on my video and or on my video history, and then I can also go back and chit chat with comments later if people want to watch this later and so forth. So anyway, I thought that I would go live here and we will chat about my empties, and also today is the last day of our storybook season pre-order. I woke up this morning, it's early, I have no makeup on, just kind of cozy, have my coffee here, and was talking to Bill, and we were talking about our last day of our pre-order. It ends tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and we were talking about like how do we, like, it just hit us kind of out of nowhere that this is our last fall pre-order as the Candle Nurse, and that just was like, whoa, like a big, like, you know. So we were talking about it, and we decided to go out with the bang on our last day today. It's the storybook season, volume 1 through 3. We did volume 1 was Once Upon a Harvest, volume 2 is Once Upon a Winter, and volume 3 is Once Upon a Midnight. All very different themed fragrances. And it ends tonight at 7 p.m. And so we decided to go ahead and do a discount for today's orders only. So if you place an order by 7 p.m., use the code Final Chapter, and you'll get 15% off of any order that is purchased today. So I want to say thank you to everybody. This has been an amazing pre-order. It's bittersweet, but we are evolving into the Cellar and Ash Fragrance Co. And so as these pre-orders approach, you're going to start to see the transition happening. I've started some vlogs, amateur vlogging, to document the rebranding journey. And yeah, just very, very exciting. So that's what's going on today. So I was like, you know what? Today'd be a great day because I've been contemplating about going over all of this empties and like talking about how I went over everything, or how I got through so much in a few months, and going through some blends of mine that are on the current pre-order that I've melted, and it's been an incredible experience. Some other testers that I've been doing. Some things I have scent notes, some things I don't. It was just going to be kind of more of a laid back video. And I just thought, well, we'll just do this. There's no edits, so you're going to hear my ums and ands. I can't edit those out. And we will just go for it. Again, thank you so much to everyone who's participated in our pre-order. Thank you for everyone who has been supporting our channel and following us through our current rebranding. Right now I have a candle burning. This is 100% soy candle that I'm testing. So that's really fun. Yeah, let's mess around. Let me see if I can see a chat here. Interesting. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, and I don't think anyone's on yet, which that's totally fine. I wasn't expecting it. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah. What's that do? I think I can share this. I don't know. I'm nervous, guys. I've never done this before, so bear with me, but part of me is like, all right, so I don't know. I just thought I'd share that to my Facebook. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. Can you believe that we are in October already? It's so crazy that we are well within the first week of October. It is fall is upon us. Although Arizona, we had like some really great weather a couple weeks ago, or was it last weekend? It was pretty stormy, and then down in the 80s, and now it was like back up to the hundreds this last week. And then it's still warm. So we're waiting for those cozy weathers to kick in, but it's gonna be Halloween before you know it. But yeah, well, let's get started. So you guys see my bin. My bin is very disorganized. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So we're just gonna grab, and I'll talk about the fragrance, and we'll get through it. And if anyone joins, I'll say hi, and yeah. Okay, so the first thing I used was a loaf of, you guys, it's gonna be funky, the Three-Eyed Raven. This was, I'm sorry, not a loaf, this was a tub. This is Palo Santo, Sweet Lavender, Vanilla Birch, Marshmallow Fireside, and Cold Air. This was one that I was really excited to get using during the fall. I think this one was from June of 24, so it's well cured. And what I did with this one is it went in all of my warmers, and then I have two candle crocks. One that's in like my foyer when you walk in, and another one's in the hallway coming in from my garage. Those are two really great airflow places that I put my candle crocks at. It's good to warm candles that are being kind of unruly, or if you just like to melt candles, that's great. What I have done is I have turned a couple of my Kringle 3-wick vessels into just like a vessel that lives inside of my candle crock. And what I've been doing is also melting wax in there. There has been many times this last couple months that what I've done is I've been able to put bigger sizes of wax inside of the candle crocks. And then that has allowed me to like get fragrance for a couple of days, like especially if I'm really busy working or was making candles or something. That's basically what I was doing, is I was putting like a souffle's worth of wax in a candle crock, and it would go for like 2 or 3 days. So for this one specifically, this tub, I split it between all the warmers in my open concept in my wax room, and I put the leftovers. It was about 6 good sized pieces. There's about 12 pieces, so I split 6 in one crock and 6 in the other. And I leave the crocks on 24/7. I turn my warmers off at nighttime. So the crocks kind of carry the home fragrance, so that when we wake up in the morning, we're getting home fragrance. So it's been a really awesome option. I just used to use it for candles only, but now I've been using it to get through some of our wax, and I've been able to see how some wax is performing. Some is better than others, but it's also helped me with my own testing with my own wax melts to get like a good idea. I've used warmers in the past, but just never tried the wax or the candle crock. So it's been a lot of fun. And again, I found like the sweet spots in each room where I will get the most out of that, because the air kind of picks up and wafts in different areas. Airflow is like so important, you guys. It can make or break your experience with home fragrance. I live in Arizona. Air conditioning's on like 90% of the year. And depending on where your intake is, like the air intake and the vents that are blowing in drafts, will really hinder your experience. You have to find like sweet spots in rooms where that air will carry. And so that's what I've done. Like for instance, putting a candle there to burn is not great, because I have like an air intake right above, and then the vent is right next to it. I do this for the filming or going live or whatever. But normally I have to place it right here on this other side of my dresser, and that's the sweet spot. That's where I wafts into this room and into the master bathroom. So yeah, so I've been working on that as well. And yeah, so, okay. Next up I have from Lavenders and Speckles. This was a custom order I did. This is Strawberries at Sea. This is strawberry pound cake, creamy vanilla and salty Sierra. This was really delicious. This was a gourmand strawberry pound cake. I'm not a huge strawberry pound cake person. I just realized I'm not a big, super heavy gourmand person myself when I'm enjoying home fragrance. But I will say that adding that salty sea air really cut the heavy sweetness for me, and made this really enjoyable. And so I had this whole, I think this was like a 12-piece shape bag, and I put this whole 12-piece shape bag into the candle crock and let it go for like 3 days, and it was really beautiful. So I enjoyed that. I'm trying to see. So this is my first live. I do see that somebody's watching. I just don't know who, because I don't know how, if there is comments. I haven't seen any yet. But feel free to comment, and if I miss it or I'm not answering it, just know that I will go back after the live posts and answer any comments that I've missed. This is my very first live. It's nerve-wracking. Okay. Oh, I did a few lavender and speckles. Let's talk about that. Okay, we did coastal pine cone. This was roasted pine cones with a hint of lemon, marine, air, and sea greens. Now, I will say this one, I love like a roasted pine cone, salty sea air. There's a little bit of sweetness in this one that's not like gourmand or food. And maybe it's the lemon is giving me like a little hint of that citrus sweetness to it. But I will say that coastal pine cones, this one did very well. This one I did do in separate warmers throughout my open concept and did very well as a nice background scent. Blue, okay, so I did these two together. I blended them into the candle crock together. So blue, fireside, and smoke and Apollo, then blue sugar, beach marshmallow. I put these together into a candle crock and let that go for a few days, and it was gorgeous. I love blue sugar. I love beach nights. I believe beach marshmallow is the lavender and speckles version of beach nights. So blue sugar, marshmallows, vanilla, sandalwood, and fireside marshmallow. So delicious. And then the blue sugar, fireside marshmallow blended with sweet pipe tobacco and Palo Santo. This was a beautiful blend that went together in the candle crock. And again, because of the placement of the candle crock, I was able to waft that into my open concept. So it's like for days that I don't burn any candles, and days that I don't warm any wax in the warmers, I will throw a bunch into the candle crock and go to town. All right, next up I did a tub's worth of salty lavender. This is sweet lavender, salty sea air, and toasted marshmallow. I saw somebody was on, I don't know, let's see, top chat. Okay. Okay, live chat. Welcome to live chat. All right, cool. So maybe that'll happen now if anyone jumps on, and we'll see. Sorry. It's like I said, there's no editing this, so you'll see me in real time just trying to navigate. Salty lavender, sweet lavender, salty sea air, toasted marshmallow, and it looks funky because these were in tubs, and a lot of the tub lids I had were broken, so I chopped them, put them into bags, and what I should have done is just cut this out and taped it to the front of the bag, but I didn't. I just kind of threw it inside with the wax, so it's a little schmutzy. This is beautiful. It's just kind of your quintessential toasted lavender marshmallow. With the salty sea air on this one was a little light. There was one that I did from, I think, the Pharmacist's Daughter, and I wonder if it's in here, that the salty sea air was a little bit more, and I love that. I love that the salty sea air was a little bit more forward than this, than the lavender marshmallow, because I feel like we can get lavender marshmallow from a lot of people, and so that was kind of the difference between the two. This was gorgeous, a beautiful nighttime scent. I used half of this tub over time in my bedroom at night because I love a good lavender or salty sea air moment at nighttime for relaxation when I decide to leave some warmers on in my bedroom. And then I had about a half of a tub left, and again, this went into one of my candle crocks, and it was able to perform well. You got the hint that there was like a nice ambiance, but it wasn't super strong. Okay, so I have some of these from, I did like myself. I poured, it's a certain coconut wax that I was trying for tart wax, and I made myself some clams that I did in one of my vlogs. So I made autumn preserves from Hive and Honey, and I kind of tested like different strengths along with that. Like I did a 10 and 12% because I was really pushing the manufacturer's instructions. And let's see if I have any more. Spiced pumpkin. So I did spiced pumpkin and I think it's harvest apple or something from Hive and Honey, and then autumn preserves. So I put these in my candle crock and they went for a whole week. So I have 2 candle crocks. We might find some later, guys. Sorry, it's not organized. It's a mess, but I thought that I would come live. Or else I was never gonna do this, you know, because there's never enough time. Okay, I think that's it. So I had 4 spiced pumpkin and harvest apples from Hive and Honey that I tested in the C55 cocoa tart. And then I did 4 clams of the C55 cocoa tart spiced pumpkin from Hive and Honey. Oh, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Wait a second. Oh, okay, I have 3 autumn preserves. There's probably more in here, you guys. I just can't find them yet. When I find, oh, here we go. I'm like, no, there was more. I believe there was like 4. Okay, so spiced pumpkin, there was 5. I put 4 into a candle crock, and then I put another 1 in the warmer that's in my reading area. That is when you first come into my house. It's like an open room with a foyer. That's where I put this into my Scentsy warmers. And then I put 4 into the candle crock. And then I put 4 of the autumn preserves into my other candle crock. And it was like so gorgeous. Went for several days. So that wax is really good. I just used it for single oil to test, but I'm not quite sure just yet if it could handle a blend. I haven't tested. Right now we love our TheCandleNurse blend, which is a soy wax blend, but I was looking for Cellar and Ash testing that, like if we went to like a coconut soy, maybe I would match kind of the tart wax to go with our wax melts. However, I think for right now, just for transparency, we're going to stick with the TheCandleNurse blend for our wax melts, regardless of what our candle offering is going to be, which most likely is going to be either 100% soy or a cocoa soy. I think that's what we're going to go with, because I'm looking for more of a natural, clean burn approach with quality performance. And that can be hard to find. You have to do tons and tons of testing. Right now I'm testing out my 100% soy, but it hasn't had 2 weeks of cure time. So fragrance wise, I may not get the total experience, because you really want with 100% soy to wait for the 2 weeks. But as far as burn quality, that's what I'm really looking at right now. I don't want a sooty mess, you know, going out there that we're offering, because that's like something I really do not like in my own home. So I don't want that to happen in other people's home. That's why testing is so important. Coffee is delicious. Okay, so the difference between autumn preserve and the spiced pumpkin and harvest, there was something really buttery about the spiced pumpkin and harvest apple. It wasn't like it had the autumn presence, the holiday spirit with it. However, there was this buttery squashy note that's in this one that is to die for, that I thought makes it kind of above just your normal quintessential harvest fruity mulled fruit and spice fragrance. Like autumn preserve is just that. It seriously smells like a marmalade or a preserve that you would make with some nutmeg and cinnamon included in some of those deeper, richer stone fruits. So both can stand on their own. But from the 2, I can see myself really enjoying both of them. But man, for a better experience or something just a little bit more, that spiced pumpkin and harvest apple was really top notch. I love that oil. Okay. Next up, okay, this was another one that I thought was a little bit better than Teddy Bees. This is the Salty Siren, and from Southbound Canicle, lavender marshmallow cream and salty sea air. This was another one. I'm wondering if it was this one that had like the salty sea air was kind of more prominent. And the formula is a little bit firmer for this Southbound, but again, there was something about the quality of Southbound's wax, that firmer formula holds the fragrance, I think, longer. There was like more of a longevity to um, this experience, where Teddy Bees was good for about a day, day and a half in the Candle Crocs, and then you have to turn it off because you couldn't really smell it. So yeah, that was good. Enjoyed that experience. Oh, this was so good from Lavender and Speckles. Southern Charm. This is fresh Macintosh apples, white tea, and a feminine blend of peach and apple blossom atop smooth coconut milk, jasmine, I'm gonna say this wrong. Hydrangea blossoms. This was gorgeous. This was a beautiful September, like a late August, early September fragrance, you guys. And this one was a powerhouse. This one, like, you just put the one bunt in the warmer and you could smell it. And it's really beautiful. You could do this one also in the spring. I would totally rebuy this again. My family loves it. My family's a big apple family. They love the scent. We can't get enough, but there's just something about Beth's blending ability that I respect so much. And this, I feel like, took apple to another level and gave me a different experience with a little bit of floral that wasn't too overpowering or headache inducing. Really beautiful blending, Southern Charm. I love this one. That was great. You guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm on this journey to using up the wax that I had. I went so crazy before my like hoarding before I became a home fragrance vendor. Also, like, I used to just, I think COVID really stemmed it, but I just was a collector, and I love blending candles. Like, that was like a huge thing for me, was to like light different scents together to see what kind of experience I would get. So I've always been doing that for a long time. And then I got into melting wax, and that was like a whole nother game changer, because to add, candles you can't burn all day. And some people do, but like you have to change them out, and sometimes you're not home all the time. And so I was looking for an alternative home fragrance experience, and I tried the wallflowers from Bath and Body Works, and they're not great. Maybe the new Pura system, which was something that wasn't around back when I was trying to figure this all out. And it's expensive, the Pura system, but like maybe that would give us that experience. Or like sometimes reed diffusers, which don't really give me a whole lot. I was looking for like consistent home fragrance, and that's when melting came to play. I was never a big like wax melter until a few years ago. And then when I got into that, I just acquired, and then was rotating fairly well. And then what happened was, when I became my own vendor, then you start mass producing wax all the time, and it's just like became overwhelming. So I've been like on an ultra low buy this year. I've even skipped out of the last 2 Teddy Bees, which is a big deal for me. I love Teddy Bees. I love Lavender and Speckles, Knowles. I love Second and Spruce. Like, I'm a huge wax addict at heart, and part of the community. But as we are like moving into our own fragrance company, there's so much fragrance. So I have had so much fun trying to figure out how to get through my own stash, and utilizing the Candle Crocs has been like a big game changer, because I love to blend. So sometimes I'll put something in the Candle Croc knowing it's going to be in there for 3 days, and then I can like, add additional fragrances to blend with that or complement, or sometimes I don't. It just depends. But it's been like a really, really fun experience to shop my own stash and get through some of these fragrances, versus like feeling like, oh, I need to give them away because I'm not using them, because this stuff doesn't last forever. So it's been really fun to kind of change my mindset to go use what you have. And also what's really fun about, and why I think it's so important for me to do like an empties video, is because I love to share other small businesses or other home fragrance. It's like, yes, I do make my own, but there's so many companies out there that offer such a wonderful experience. CQ Handcrafted Wax is like, she's really coming in strong this year with her fragrances, and super popular, and it makes me so excited to see her thrive. So I love to participate and also give credit where credit is due, and enjoying these other small businesses. One of the big things for me for the next year or so, I think, is I've been trying to focus more on a small business purchases versus like big box candle companies. I have purchased a couple Bath and Body Works candles this year, but like knowing me from before, I would have been buying every sale and then doing candle day and like bringing huge hauls during candle day. I don't believe that I'm going to participate in candle day, but I don't want to like sell myself short. But I really don't see myself getting up and doing candle day, and it's going to be the first time in like 6 or 7 years that I won't be participating. So that's a big deal for me because I really want to get through that what I have, because I am transitioning into a candle company as well with the Fragrance Co. So we need to, you know, we got to get through our stuff and enjoy it, you know, and not feel overwhelmed by it. So anyway, I digress down that side street. Okay, let's talk about Pharmacist's Daughter. Roasty Toasty. This was one that I blended. I don't know if I blended it or I put it in the Candle Crock along with oh, I know what it was. I know what it was. I just don't know if I can find it because my bag's a mess. Okay, we'll talk about it once I see it. I blended this. This is Roasty Toasty. Roasted pine cones, eggnog, smoked vanilla, chestnuts, Palo Santo. I believe I did this with, Rainbow Melts Haze, which is Seaside Nights, which is a beach nights types, Palo Santo, and fire roasted marshmallows. Roasty, toasty, and haze. So I did this in a candle crock. It was like a brittle. Sorry guys. This was a brittle, and I did this in a candle crock with this being in the other candle crock. And it was one of those weeks where I just kind of didn't put a whole lot in my warmers, but loaded up my candle crocks to get the fragrance. And this was kind of like when we were having the rainstorm last weekend. This is what I put in the candle crocks, and it's gorgeous. Rainbow Melts. I'm a huge fan of Rainbow Melts. Her wax is so strong. She is incredible, Crystal. I love her. I have stayed in touch with her. She's so supportive. Anytime I post, she's always liking my post. She's always joining. She's purchased for my company. I did a round robin with her. And her wax is awesome. I highly, highly, highly recommend her and her blends. They stand out to me. She's affordable. Her turnaround time is great. So I'm a huge fan of Rainbow Melts. And I got a good size amount to try during the round robin. So really excited about that. Love her, huge shout out. But this was strong, haze. That's great. If you're into smoky marshmallow fireside type scents, that's great. And then lavender and I'm sorry, not lavender and speckles, but the Pharmacist's Daughter, awesome. Super, super awesome. Roasty toasty. It says vanilla, smoked vanilla, chestnuts, Palo Santo. There was something a little nutty about this, and now I'm realizing that mix of the eggnog with the chestnut. Yeah, this is good because this could have just fallen to the wayside as just like a roasted pine cones, Palo, like we've smelled that before. But I think adding that eggnog really gave it some type of depth or complexity to the scent. So I love Pharmacist's Daughter. Oh, I have another one here. Low Country Christmas, toasted marshmallow, salty sea air, vanilla bean marshmallow, fireside, and roasted pine cones. This one to me is also similar to, I hope you guys don't mind, I compare to other vendors. It just happens. But this one reminds me of Weekend with Papa from Teddy Bees. I feel like those are similar scent notes. It's giving me a little Sadie vibe as well. So I feel like several vendors kind of do that scent. And this one was no different. This one smelled great. Pharmacist's Daughter's wax is great. I have great performance in my house. Oh, this one was one that I haven't bought L3 Waxy Wonders for like a year and a half. And I had this loaf from like March of 24. I had 2 loaves. Today's October 3rd. This is this is a gateway scent. This is a scent that I love. And I had 2 loaves of it from the past owners. I can't remember their names, but before they got bought out, that's when I had this made. And oh man, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Even it being like a year and a half old, it was so strong, you guys. So I had 2 loaves. 1 loaf I did last year on October 3rd, and this loaf I did on this October 3rd. This went in every warmer, all warmers, and Crocs. Her loaves were incredible. They give you so much wax. It's hard to get through. I did notice that sometimes over time, I don't know if this is because it's a 2 mil, but like you can feel kind of the waxiness and the labels will change. But the scent didn't change and it was incredible. So today's October 3rd is kind of one of those staple fragrances that I feel like everybody should have in their home. And you have to do it on October 3rd. I feel like it's just the way it has to be. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I did Escobar from Teddy Bees. This is Palo Santo and Beach Treats. I love this fragrance, and I believe I mixed it with some Scentsy. If I didn't, I have in the past. And so if you guys have a Bonfire Beach from Scentsy and Escobar, and you're trying to like fill your house, that's a really beautiful blend to put together. Teddy Bees fragrances are lighter background scents in my home. They do fairly well in my bedroom, but you do have to use good size amounts, up to like an ounce in each warmer. Now, some people have different, this is my own experience from my home, but that's something that I have to do. And so I have to put it like in every warmer to get a really good fragrance. I'm not complaining though. The reason why is because I have come to find that for home fragrance experience for me, that I really enjoy the home fragrance that is like a background scent. That I want people to walk in and say, oh my goodness, this smells great. But not walk in and be like, oh, it hit me in the face and I have a headache and yada, yada, yada. So that's just how I am. There's got to be a balance. There's sometimes where you just want it to smack you in the face, or I want it to smack me in the face. And then there's other times that I go, okay. And then I'm going to digress because her plum and peppercorn. This is Teddy Bees plum and peppercorn, sweet plum, saffron, and black peppercorns. This was a powerhouse. So I shouldn't say all of her scents are lighter background scents. This one was not. This one was I put the whole souffle in the crock in my foyer with no other home fragrance going, and you could smell this in the whole house for like 5 days in the candle crock. I love it because I think the candle crock is a slow warm, but the heating element surrounds the candle glass. So plum and peppercorn. I don't know. Are you guys seeing this backwards? Probably, huh? Because my iPhone normally it'll correct it when I use a video element, but doing this live on YouTube, I think things are gonna be backwards. But that's okay. Anyway, plum and peppercorn, powerhouse, filled up the whole space, loved it. Loved it, loved it. Next up, I did a lavender and speckles, beach marshmallows, and Palo Santo. This is marshmallow, vanilla, sea salt, driftwood, a hint of s'mores. That's her version of Beach Nights and Palo Santo. Goodness, this was so good. I love Beth's fragrances. There's something about her fragrances that are deeper. She does really great gourmands, but for me, I'm into more of the more niche, more complex fragrances. And I just love the way that she uses her Palo Santo. It's robust. You can tell that it's her Palo Santo. And it's wonderful. Hello, hello. Okay, now I can tell. Thank you for commenting, Bill, because I couldn't tell how I was going to see the comment come up on my screen, but now I did. Okay, pretty easy. All right, guys, next up we have, I did some super tarts. This is La Push, and I don't have scent notes. I do, sorry. Raindrops, Sage Leaf, and Orange Peel. This was good. I think I did this one during the summer. I love Super Tarts Jaws blends. Like, I think that's kind of like my staple from her. She's got a lot of really fun, different type of scents. Like, she names things, and then when you read the scent notes, you're like, wow, how did you come up with that? But she has this aquatic seagrass, plum pear, Jaws blend that is incredible that she mixes with a lot of different things. Now, this is not that. This is more of a rain scent. And I have a hard time with rain fragrances because a lot of times there's this floral note behind it, or it's a little bit powdery. But with this one, it's really, really good. You can tell there's a little bit of that, the orange peel. It's like the bitterness of the zest of the orange peel. A little bit of green and the rain. It's more aquatic, so very beautiful. I like it a lot. So I don't know. I think I would do Jaws though over La Push. Okay. Southbound Candle Co's Just Beachy. This is rich vanilla, creamy coconut, summer sun, and beach blankets. This is that yummy coconut beachy suntan lotion fragrance that's like perfect for summer. I think I threw this whole thing into my candle crock and enjoyed it that way. Oh, same thing with this one. This one's amazing. I would repurchase this one over and over again. Basic Witch. Pink sugar, toasted marshmallows, campfire smoke, sweet gooey marshmallow cream. This one's really good. This one has that like really deep bonfire-y component to it, and then the sweetness of like the marshmallows. This one gives you like a little bit of charred marshmallow and the pink sugar, which gives you that really pretty feminine perfumey fragrance. Basic Witch. I thought this was super cute, so I would definitely purchase that one again. Oh, I just did this one recently. Teddy B's Coven. I did this in my room over several days. A souffle is perfect. Like, I love Teddy B's. I love that it's an ambiance background scent. Sometimes it is power that will go out in my open concept. But for the most part, I can enjoy in 3 warmers in my bedroom. And so the souffle, I'll get like 12 pieces out of it. And so it'll give me like several warms. So this one I did in that fashion. Like, I didn't just put the whole souffle in a candle crock, because some of this stuff is stuff that I want to enjoy personally. Like, I love my bedroom. I love hanging out in here. This is kind of like where I work, where I film. And so I do like to put some of the scents that are really near and dear to me from like Teddy B's or from Super Tarts that I'm just like really excited about, and I know I'm going to be hanging out here. I'll put them here in my room. And so Coven is one of them. This is fresh pumpkin, moonlit musk, orange rind, patchouli, juicy blackberry, vanilla, cinnamon, clove, and hinoki smoke. And it's just, this one, that hinoki smoke is present, but this is like a more like All Hallows Eve type fragrance. It's more earthy. It's like damp soil. You get a little bit of the pumpkin. The clove is not super heavy. Like, you're not super spicy here. This is more earthy, more outdoorsy, more smoke forward type of fragrance, but super complex. There's the patchouli in there that gives you that little bit of earthiness. This was, I almost gave this away several times because it was hit and miss for me on cold. But something I've learned about Teddy B's is you've got to warm it. You've got to warm it to see what kind of performance you're getting out of it, because you don't always judge it on cold. I should know better. But there was times where I was like, you know what, this scent's not going to be for me. I feel it right here. And then I've put it in and it blends or it warms really beautifully, and we love it. So Coven was great. She should bring that back. That was really good. Smoke Show. This is marshmallow musk, marshmallow fireside, and toasted marshmallow. This was a very light performer. This one was more masculine. I would say Smoke Show is like a perfect name for it. You have a lot of like smoked marshmallow fireside or like warm and toasty type fragrances that fall along the lines of like a smoke, cedarwood, marshmallow, vanilla. This one, there is a little bit more to it. It's more deep. It's more masculine. I think it's the musk component into it that gives me that more masculine, because toasted marshmallow, marshmallow fireside is what it is. But whatever her marshmallow musk is, that has a more masculine leaning component to it. Almost not earthy, but like a little cologne-y, like the musk. So, Smoke Show. Oh, I went through a ton this month. I mean, sorry, it's not a month. I went over it for 3 months. But I went through a ton. I'm really proud of myself. Okay, lavender and speckles, pine cones, and beach marshmallow. This is roasted pine cones, vanilla birch, and marshmallows, vanilla. Okay, so it's like a beach nights with vanilla birch and roasted pine cones. This one is good, but it was very light. I would say that this one I did all 6 in my candle crock, and it went for about 6 hours, and then I took it out because the scent was gone. I don't know if it's because this is one of my older bags that I have of hers, but it still got a performance out of it, but it died out pretty quick, which like her coastal pine cones went for like over a day and a half. So this one was good. It meets like kind of the standard that we would say for vendor wax. You know, it gave us a great 6-hour performance, but then it went away. Some of her fragrances will continue to live on longer than that. Coffee's good. All right, next up, Teddy B's Sadie. So this is Salty Sea Air, Vanilla Bean Noel, Toasted Marshmallows. I think I mixed this one with that Low Country Christmas from Pharmacist's Daughter. The one that reminded me more of Weekend with Papa, because Weekend with Papa is this with, I think, pine cones. And so I believe I put that with this. Like this was in one of my crocks. This was a tub. This was in a crock, and that Low Country Christmas was in a crock for several days. Good, good, good. Oh, this one was awesome. The Watchers. This one I have a lot to rave about. This one, it was like amazing on cold when I first got it. It changed a little bit over like, this one was in November 24. I think in like 9 months, it kind of transitioned and cured into something a little bit different. This is True Oud Wood, warm vanilla, moss-filled oak trees, hints of balsam and fresh air with a background of fireside marshmallow. Wow, this is really like, if you want like sweet tree or sweet woods or forest, no, this isn't it. This is oud wood and like forest floor. There's moss in it. This reminded me of Fall Forest, I believe was the candle that Bath & Body Works had. And they only came out with, or they had it out for several years, I don't know, but they came out with it a couple years ago, and then they haven't come out with it again. And it was incredible. It's like your kind of a wet, mossy forest floor, but like gives you these fall vibes. I think the marshmallow, like the roasted marshmallow, kind of helps give you the fall vibes. But this one, whew, it got stronger and stronger. It was pretty strong on cold when I first received it. And yeah, wow, it was incredible. So I put this whole thing in one of the crocks. I think it was the only thing I put into the crock and let that go because it was so strong. And it was kind of our introduction into autumn in our house. And it was a really nice, like mossy forest floor oud wood fragrance that I would totally buy this in truckloads if I could. That was a great performer. I did Teddy B's Balsam and Blooms, and this is Vanilla Balsam, Beach Nights, Sandalwood, Golden, Autumn Florals. This is beautiful. This could be an all year round kind of like floral tree fragrance. It doesn't belong in one season. I mean, the notes, you could say Vanilla Balsam, Beach Nights, Sandalwood, you know, Vanilla Balsam, maybe it's a tree note, so it's Balsam and Blooms, so it should be Christmas. However, balsam is like a really great fragrance that you can use with different things all year round. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is one of those like tree floral with a little bit of sweetness from the beach night. So you got like the bonfire or the s'more like mixture. Now it's not like sweet on the top. This is deep. This is more earthy, but I think that rounds it out a little bit. And it was just really beautiful. It was lighter performer, but it was kind of perfect to be that type of fragrance. This isn't one that I would want to be like a smack you in the face fragrance because it would be unbearable to smell. So it was kind of perfectly balanced and performed the way that I expected it to. I really wanted more of this one. This one was hit and miss for me originally. I was not a big honey person. This is Teddy B's Honeybee. I heard like all the hype. I finally got my hands on some. It was one lonely souffle. I've always wanted more. I really love the smell on cold. This is Sweet Sugar Cookie Honey Nectar, Sweet Vanilla and Beach Treats. And I really like the scent. This, some people can smell it and it performs, some people it doesn't. This really performed spectacular for me in my bedroom. And this was another one of those ones that I kind of like savored, that like I put like only 2 pieces, one in each, like 2 warmers. I had 2 warmers going with it. Hey, hi. What's up, Liam? Awesome. Um, but this is one that like I put one piece in two warmers and like just savored this for several days, like, and then enjoyed it, just used it up. And it performed really, really well. Like I loved that honey scent. Like this I would say when you think about certain vendors, there's fragrances that kind of come to mind as like super popular or ones that you got to try, get your hands on. I'm not a big gourmand person. And so some would say this is maybe too sweet. This was kind of perfect gourmand for me. This is one that I like when you think of Teddy Bees, I think of honeybee. When you think of super tarts, you think of Jaws. Like, I don't know. I mean, I haven't been around in the vendor wax community for like 10, 15 years, but I will tell you that there's certain fragrances that really stand out with a vendor that I think anytime they put them up for sale, that they will sell out or people buy truckloads of them. And when I think of Teddy Bees, Honeybee is that. And Honeybee performed spectacular in my room. Like it was awesome. I love the fragrance. I would love to get it again. She offered it several times this year and I opted not to. And it's just because I had at that time 4 to 6 bins of Teddy Bees that I want to get through. I'm not keeping anybody's wax anymore, not even my own. I am using it up. And so once I get to a point where I use up my fragrances from Teddy Bees, then when she does like an offering, I'll go back and purchase from her because she's one of my favorite vendors. I love the fragrances and it's something that I love to participate in. So huge shout out to Teddy Bees, Honeybee. It worked in my house. It works for people and it doesn't work. So it worked in my house, in my room. I could smell it. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was sweet. It was just what I needed in September, going into October, because that's usually when I can do some more gourmands. But yeah, huge fan. I get the hype now. Would love some more. And I think one day if she's still offering it, I will get it. Wow, I'm doing a lot of like, oh, let's do this one. This one is another one. Okay, this is one that I love. This is Second and Spruce. And this was Salty When Wet. Fresh Rain, Salty Sea Air, Fresh Berries. I savored, this was a mini loaf from July of 24. I've been trying to get through Second and Spruce's stuff that I have. I had like several, like I would call like a bin's worth. Maybe not a bin's worth, like a half a bin's worth of Second and Spruce. And she's got very, very soft formula, but it is strong. You don't need very much of it to scent your house. So I started this in the spring and it went all the way through spring and summer because it literally would take 1 or 2 warmers. I would slice off with the spoon, just like a little tablespoon or maybe like, yeah, probably I would say like maybe a tablespoon worth of wax and put it in a warmer and it would like throw. I'm obsessed with this one. This is one that I would totally get truckloads of. I know that she is super popular. I was so happy to be able to participate when I could. So this is like another one that lasted for days, like 2 or 3 days in my house. And it transformed a little bit after 24 hours. You didn't get so much of the berries. It just really went into like the rain and some salty sea air type fragrance. But man, such a great blend. And whatever wax she's using, it just blends so beautifully. And so this one is one that I will buy in truckloads again. Or purchase to use, I think, if I can. But again, I've kind of stepped away from a lot of the pre-orders to just use up what I have. But this is one that I've made note of for the future to get another because it was so awesome. Like, I loved it. Salty When Wet. That's a huge favorite for me. All right. Ooh, this one's gorgeous. Teddy Bees Beautiful Mess. This is all the best elements of a rainy Sunday morning. Your favorite coffee brewing, a vanilla candle burning, the scent of rain and wood coming in from the outside. I am a sucker for a story scent description. I don't know if it's just me. It possibly could just be me. But I like, I could read all the scent notes in the world and kind of get an idea. I love when a vendor does something like that, when they can do a little bit of a story. And I think that's why I'm such a huge fan here. If you see this little candle collection here, this is Amber and Oak. She's a small business out of New York, candle company, and soy, 100% soy. And she has gotten super popular and sold out of a bunch of her blends. Like she can't keep her website stocked, which is incredible. And I have found her through Billy and then was watching her YouTube. She's on Instagram. And I love that her aesthetic is like storytelling and storybooks. So she has this whole collection here. Or I'm sorry, this is live. She had these fragrances that I was able to collect. Some of them were clearance. And she does her descriptions like in a story description, like gives you like a little bit of a description to put yourself into, like you would when you're reading. So the fact that Teddy B's put this on hers, I really love that. And it would be really cool maybe if she, I mean, who am I to tell her this, but she should stick with that. I think it's great. I know people want to be, the hard part about buying like home fragrance without being able to go into a store and smell it is you have to be able to go off of description, right? You have to be able to read something and say, okay, that sounds up my alley. But there's many times where you smell something, like the scent notes could be listed and you get a whole different experience. Why? Because everybody's nose is different. Your environment is different. So what you get will be different than what someone gets in someone else's home. And so, I think there's just a little bit something to it to put like a little storyline. So this was awesome. I love it. I love it because I'm not a huge coffee person per se. I love coffee sometimes. I like that there's like a scent experience going on here. So it says it's like a rainy Sunday morning, super cozy vibe, right? Your favorite coffee brewing, a vanilla candle burning. It says coffee brewing. So like you're not drinking coffee, right? Like this isn't like fresh coffee or fire roasted, whatever. But it's like the coffee brewing scent of vanilla candle burning. So you get like a slight hint of vanilla ambiance, vanilla home fragrance, not necessarily vanilla that you're going to eat. And it says the scent of rain and wood coming in from the outside. Yeah, this is spectacular. The wood scent is there. I do think that all of those notes combined, they're almost like off-putting, but they come together in such a beautiful way for such a great fragrance. So Beautiful Mess by Teddy B's. It was spectacular. I love that one. Lavender and Speckles Smoked Blackberries. This is sweet blackberries blended with fireside marshmallows and Palo Santo. This is another one of those that was really, really great. I've had such a great melting experience this last little bit. Oh, such a great experience with this one. This is, I wish I knew the blackberries because there's a blackberry scent. It's really hard to find a good blackberry. I'll tell you that much as being somebody that creates fragrance. A lot of times blackberry has floral undertones or it's like off-putting. This is gorgeous. I loved it with the very simple. It's marshmallow fireside, Palo Santo, and the sweet blackberry. I love it. It's a dark, rich fruit scent mixed with the little bit of smoky earthiness and that Palo Santo. Yeah. Definitely recommend that one. Smoked blackberries. Ooh, I did another Second and Spruce. I got this from the Round Robin. This was Summer Cookie Cutter, which is strawberry pound cake lemon drop cookie cutter. I'm not a gourmand person, but this smelled incredible. There was something about that strawberry and lemon with the cookie. And okay, I got this from the Round Robin. Her cookie is so good. But there was something that was bright and not scratchy, but it was like bright with the strawberry pound cake kind of like creamed it out, gave us that like delicious strawberry cream fragrance mixed with that like lemon drop cookie, which was not too high, wasn't too sharp, wasn't scratchy. And then that sugar cookie really blended it all out. And it came with like 3 little cups I guess, that you could put right in your warmer. But I got 4 pieces out of each one of those. So I got 12 warms out of this. And like I said, with Second and Spruce, I only need to put it in like 1 or 2 warmers and it fills up everything. And this was a really fun summer experience. Summer cookie cutter. All right, I have another Pharmacist's Daughter. This is Violet Berry Beach. This one got huge, big, like my family just loved this one, especially my daughter. This is Blackberry Sugared Violets and Beach Nights. Oh, my daughter was like, I want to wear this. Like, it could be, it's really pretty. You can smell the floral in this one. I don't know if this is like Beach Nights with like a Sol de Janeiro type, but it was super gorgeous. It was one that went for several days in the candle crock that you could smell throughout the home as a beautiful ambiance scent. And I just remember this one being huge because my daughter was like, I want more of this one. Gorgeous. Super, super gorgeous. Okay, I did a souffle of Fluffy from CQ Handcrafted. And this is Air Pink Marshmallows, Juicy Strawberries, Coconut Flakes, Hint of Nectarine Blossom, Lemon, Whipped Vanilla, Warm Amber, and Musk, which is Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow type. Hint of Orange Blossom, Cotton Candy Dreams, and Strawberry Shortcake. Sorry guys, I can't read. But this was gorgeous. This gave me, I would say the standout was that Kayali, the Yum Bougie Marshmallow. Like that was like the star of the show when it came to this fragrance. It was like the top contender. I have a similar fragrance oil to that, so that's what I could smell. The rest of the scent notes, it seems like, were kind of like underneath supporting characters to hold that up because this had some longevity. This one did go for like 3 days in the candle crock. I know it probably sounds like I say the same thing over and over again, but I think that that's a big deal. When you can still smell the home fragrance like 3 days in, that means that the heating element is perfect, where it's at airflow wise is perfect, and it just carried it. So this was good job, Anya. This was awesome. Fluffy. Awesome, awesome. Okay. I did Winterfell by Teddy Bees. This is Marshmallow Fireside, Palo Santo, White Birch, Icy Snow, and Vanilla. This was great. It was light. I think I wanted to try the Weekend with Nene. Is this mixed with the Pink Toasted Marshmallow? Which I very well may have. I just can't find the... Yeah, it's probably in here. I just can't... Yeah, it's probably in here somewhere. But anyway, I wanted to try that with myself, but I think what I end up doing is just doing this one whole thing in a crock and the other one in a crock and let it go. And it smelled great. Light scent, not like a super, super favorite, so I don't know that I would get that one again. Teddy Bees, Pink Woods, and Cashmere Cookies. This is Pink Sugar, Sugar Cookies, Sugar Cookie Dough, Vanilla Birch, Cashmere Cream, and Smoked Woods. This is one of the ones that I did in my bedroom over several days, like gave myself the warms. I think it was a little bit lighter, so I did do it in 4 warmers in my bedroom. So I got about 3 different warms out of it. And it went for a good like 12 hours. So, oh, somebody texted me. It's not really a link. Oh, I don't know. Go to my, oh, I don't know how to tell her. Just go to my YouTube channel. I don't know. Go to live. I was trying to share it, you guys. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Pink Woods. This was really beautiful. I would definitely buy this again. For sure. All right. From Super Tarts, I did B&BW, which I believe is Pacific Northwest. This is Raindrops, Sweater Weather, Birch, Beechwood, and Washington Apples. That's what I think is so funny. This smells so good. So like I found oils that are called B&W from like vendors, right? But when I smell them, it smells, this smells totally different. Like I think Super Tarts blends her wax. And I love it because her rain. So this is the same rain from La Push. I can smell it. She's got sweater weather in here and a little bit of apple. And because of that, it makes the raindrop not so headache inducing for me. And it was really nice. And I think I had this whole thing going into a crock. I think I did. I think I put this into a crock when I did the Watchers, because there's like a really good balance that happens with Teddy B's the Watchers with Pacific Northwest from Super Tarts. Oh, something different. I had a little melter bag from Rose Girls Palo Santo. And it's just the Bath & Body Works type Palo Santo. And it smells just like it. And Rose Girls, I love Rose Girls, and it performs really powerful in my house. The downfall is, for me, is that it's like dead after 4 hours, which again, that's fine because there's people who like turn over their wax several times. So I'm fine with that. Like, I don't think that that's like a failure by any means. Her scents are very strong. Like, I put them in my warmers and I can smell them. Now, am I saying that's 100% all Rose Girls scents? No, that's how it works in my house. My warmers might be too hot. That means that it might be burning off the fragrance oil too fast. So her wax is soft enough that it would work probably in a lower wattage warmer to get a longer performance out of it. But I did get a good 4.5 hours out of this Palo Santo. But it was also one that I purchased in the beginning of I think I've had this for like 2 years. So it still had fragrance. It did 4 hours. It was great. Oh, this one was really good from her. This one's called Fright Night. It's perfect for right now. This is campfire marshmallows, charred firewood, embers, amber woods, cashmere, and juniper. This one's great. I wonder if this one is now, if this is like campfire marshmallows, charred. I don't know if, definitely you can smell the campfire marshmallows in Fright Night, but there's more to this one. So maybe it's marshmallow fireside mixed with campfire marshmallows, or it's like literally like an extra like bonfire scent, charred like separate oils. I do know that campfire marshmallows is its own, but the scent notes of charred firewood, embers, amber woods, cashmere, juniper makes me think that it's another oil. Yeah, that's good. It's a different take on like a marshmallow fireside, more sophisticated, and it was in the shape of like a ghost. Super cute. If there are people on here on the live, you guys, this is, hi, I can see there's more people on, and I want to stop and say hi because I've been on for like an hour. We're doing my last 3 months worth of Empties wax melts, and if you're new here, my name's Emily. I'm the owner of the Candle Nurse Handcrafted Sandal Wax and also Cellar & Ash Fragrance Co. We are transitioning into Cellar & Ash Fragrance Co. And rebranding, and that will go live next year. But we are currently in a pre-order, and we're on the last day of our pre-order, and we have a sale going on today. So 15% off any orders. Use code Final Chapter. It ends tonight at 7 p.m. and our regular website will be loaded shortly after that with the current stock that we have on hand of clamshells. But if you're looking for Storybook Season pre-order volume 1 through 3, it's kind of like the last chance here in the next like 6 hours. Go on, order that, use Final Chapter, take 15% off. We're also going to be including a signature scent that I've come up with for Cellar & Ash as a mystery wax melt to all orders. So if you are interested and haven't purchased, or you want to go on and make a purchase, we do combine orders and give shipping differences or whatever. So get on there and do that. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. And I had about 3 months worth of empties of wax melts, and I was debating on whether or not I come on here and share them or move on. But I love to give other small businesses and my own like scent experience, like reviews. And there's been a lot of videos that I put up about my own business that I really wanted to stop and take some time to shout out some of the vendors that I purchased from and have been enjoying over the last 3 months. So anyway, that's a little disclaimer just because I see a few more people on here. You may have been watching, may not. Also, if you leave a comment, I'm struggling with finding, oh, I see the comments. If you want to leave a comment, I have just figured out how to pull the comments back onto my screen. So that works there. Okay, moving on. Okay, well, I can show you this. This is like a little lonely wallflower. I have a whole drawer full of these bulbs that I need to get rid of, and like just a few plugs from Bath and Body Works. And something that I'm a little bit like frustrated with them is they have a rewards program, and it used to be good for like $16.95, and they've upped it to $18.95, which is great because a lot of their body care is about that price. So there was a lot that you couldn't get with just the $16.95. Well, you could get like the single wick candles, and you could get accessories. Hey Maya, yay, welcome, you made it on. So anyway, so what's frustrating now is they've changed all their terms. They've changed like their coupon. There's a limit on how much you can use with the coupon. I think it's only a discount up to $2.50. And then there's also, they took away accessories. So like you can't get the plugins, because you used to be able to get the certain plugins so you could use the bulbs. So now I'm left to try to use 2 Halloweens and 1 like spring to try to get through the ones I have. I don't know what to do after that because I refuse to spend $20 for a plugin. Anyway, having said that, this one is going right now, Marshmallow Fireside and Black Cherry Merlot. This was one of their blends that they came out with a couple years ago. And it is marshmallow, crystallized amber, wild black cherries, and velvety red wine. It's super pretty. I think I have like 3 or 4 candles. That one's going in the bathroom. All right, I have Island Bakery here from Teddy Bees. This is pineapple, peach nectar, tropical fruits, slight hint of coconut milk, strawberry pound cake, and iced lemon cookies. This was good. I really liked it, but it's a little bit too gourmand for me. Like the sugar cookie kind of gets me a little bit. So this would be a really great kitchen open concept scent, but not one that I would put like in my bedroom again because it was like super bakery. I have from Pharmacist's Daughter is Selena. This is Baccarat Rouge 540 in Egyptian Amber. This was gorgeous. That's a really great combination. I've seen Egyptian Amber everywhere as far as oils go. Never picked it up. It's very strong. You could tell that you really have to enjoy perfumey amber. So mixing it with the Baccarat Rouge 540 has really softened it up a little bit and gives it a little bit of depth, because I think everyone's kind of over the 540. Like I love the fragrance, but I think everyone came out with like a dupe of it. And so it's really fun to see somebody mix this together. And I don't know if this was a Pharmacist's Daughter, like their own mix, or sometimes they'll have customer creations, but this one was awesome. So great performer. A little bit more on the masculine side, I would say, just because that Egyptian Amber is very deep. But yeah. Okay, next up, Lavender and Speckles. He said, she said, this was a custom. Not my custom, but I bought it during my customs. This is blue sugar, pink sugar, campfire, marshmallow, Palo Santo, and sugar cookie royale. Beautiful. I put this whole thing in a candle crock. It went for a day and a half, I would say, and really beautiful. I really like the blue and pink sugar together. Next up, Teddy Bees, the Riverlands. This is Palo Santo, cold mountain air, balsam patchouli, melon, cedar, crunchy leaves, and sandalwood. This is great. This is definitely like an outdoorsy, aromatic, like ozone type fragrance. It's definitely like fresh, outdoorsy, not like dirt or earthy. I would call it, like when I smell it like it's high up here in the region of fragrance, meaning like there's not a ton of base notes that really pull this fragrance down, but it is bright, clean, but there's a little bit of fruit. It's great. I liked it. The Riverlands. I probably should have had this all together before I got on here. Oh, okay. I went through 2 souffles of Rainy Day from Teddy B's. This is crisp apples, dewy air, fallen leaves, oak, a touch of lavender, and a hint of sandalwood. I will tell you that these 2 souffles did not go on candle crocks. This is stuff that I did in my bedroom. This is how much I loved it. It was so good. Yeah, so good. It's a little bit bright. You think Rainy Day, you think of like, when you hear like when I talked about Beautiful Mess was more cozy. Like I felt like cozy with it, blankets, like you're snuggling. Well, like Rainy Day, even though it's Rainy Day, like I don't feel that. I feel that it's like bright and fresh. It's like spring. So this would be a really great spring fragrance, I would say. I loved it. I would buy that again. Lavender and Speckles, Beach Nights, and Palo Santo. I think this was an older sampler. It says true to its name, Beach Nights and Palo Santo goodness. I think she either created her own Beach Nights blend or this was her Beach Nights blend. She was calling it that, but she's changed the name to Beach Marshmallow. This is just a tried and true fragrance. There's something really wonderful about the Beach Nights and Palo Santo that she uses. Because Teddy B's has Escobar, which is beach treats, and Palo Santo, but her Palo Santo beach treats is different than Lavender and Speckles. I would say Lavender and Speckles is better. I like it better. I did warm Shake the Sugar Tree by Teddy B's. This is cherry marshmallow meringue, vanilla bean, spun sugar, and a hint of sweet lavender. This was so good. Okay, when I first smelled it, yes, I'm starting to get into the fall scents. But it's hard, Maya, because it's like really still warm here. So it's like hard to get into like really heavy scents, I would say. But I am starting to like get really big into like the spicy, some gourmand type fragrances, smoky, deeper, more heavier fragrances. Okay, back to Shake the Sugar Tree, cherry marshmallow. So I was a little bit nervous about warming this one myself, just because this one was heavy on like a candied cherry, which is not my favorite. I say you will manifest fall force. Okay. Yes, Ava, if you think of a fall mindset, we have to manifest fall. I think we're trying to like make it nice and cozy within the house and then like kind of close off like the bright windows. But man, it was still 100 degrees last week, so that was kind of a nightmare. Because it's October, like we're supposed to be cooling down. Like it totally gave us like a false narrative last weekend. We had the thunderstorms. I was just like ready for it, and then it went back to 100 degrees. So anyway, back to Shake the Sugar Tree. So this one I was a little bit nervous because it was that candied cherry, but as it cured, this one was from April. As it cured and I warmed it, the sweet lavender did come out, which added a really wonderful element to it, which rounded out that candied cherry marshmallow. I'm not a firecracker pop cherry girl. I'm not like, I don't really like stuff like that. I like deep fruit. I like stone fruits and plums and really dark, rich fruits that you can mix with some darker base notes like patchouli and smoke and stuff like that. And so this was kind of a wild card for me to get, but it turned out to be really beautiful. I tried to sell this one and then pulled back and said, okay, I'm going to warm it. And I warmed it and it was really good. I don't know if I'd buy it again per se because that candy cherry note is still there, but the sweet lavender really gave this a different scent than it just being like a candied cherry fragrance. All right. I warmed Snow Cones by the Sea. This is watermelon, black cherry, juicy apples, and salty sea air. This is gorgeous. I really love the fruit and the salty sea air mix. The fruit does go away after about 4 hours and you're left with like a salty sea air scent. So if you're not too much into that aquatic scent, then I would say be mindful. But when you first get this, you really get that really sweet. Thanks, Liam. You get that really sweet fruit up front mixed with the salty sea air. But then at the same time, once that fruit kind of dies down, you get that briny, salty sea air aquatic note that can be a little bit headache inducing. I would say that about 8 hours, I would take this out. But that salty sea air would last, I think, for a day or more if you left it in. But I really like this one. I'm into the fruits and salty sea air. Next up is Miami Vice, Teddy B's Miami Vice, fresh pineapples, coconut leaves, and strawberry daiquiri. I really like this one. Between Island Bakery and Miami Vice, I like this one, but this one is kind of more artificial, more tart fruit, but it was beautiful in the summer this year out in my open concept and really strong, and this one went for a whole day. So I would buy that one again. I overshake the Sugar Tree because this one has kind of like that candied fruit component to it. I liked the complexity of this one versus Shake the Sugar Tree. This one was so good. I didn't know if I was gonna like this one. This is Teddy B's Bougie Beach Wedding. This was super light when I got it, and when I went to go melt it, it still smelled very light. This is Cozy Cookie Cake, Earl Grey Tea, Sweet Lavender, and Hint of Salty Sierra. This was actually pretty powerful in my bedroom. I use this again as one of those favorites that I did a couple pieces in my room. This ended up performing beautifully. I think this was like a customer creation. Stephanie Traverna, she's married now with a different last name, but anyway, no, is it Traverna, Stephanie Levin? I think it's Levin, I can't remember. Anyway, but she came up with this with Tiffany from Teddy B's, and it is gorgeous. I just think you gotta let it cure for about 6 months and then warm it, and it gave me a really good, a beautiful, I wanna say beautiful and good, a really beautiful combination of fragrances that blended very well together. Nice background scent. Okay, lots of Teddy B's, you guys, because I had a lot to get through. This is Teddy B's Blushed. This is Vanilla Birch blended with peach flesh, strawberries, wormwoods, and marshmallows. I didn't really like this one. I've had it twice. This was the second time. I don't like it. There's a big following for this in her community. It was okay. It was very light. I could barely smell it. Went for about 3 hours. Again, this is from March of 24. I got this from around Robin, so it could have been the way it was stored and stuff like that. But not my favorite. I probably wouldn't repurchase that. Let's take a little segue and talk about some of the fragrances that I have made and I melted, because I can see the bags here. So let's get into some of them. What? I didn't realize I got through so many. Okay. Wow. Oh, look. Another Snow Cones by the Sea. I didn't realize I got through so many of my own. I've been a melting machine, you guys. Okay. So these are the ones that I melted that are currently part of the pre-order that will end tonight. And so I wanted to talk about them. Each one of these I did on their own in my bedroom in one warmer. All right, Maya, do I like having more gourmand scents or more luxurious? I love having more luxurious. I'm not a heavy gourmand person. I feel like there's a place for gourmand for my scent profile and like what I enjoy, but gourmands are not my favorite. I think that I love them during the fall. There's like a time period, the fall. So I would say starting October probably to January is like a good gourmand season for me, but I can't do it all the time. I just can't do heavy bakeries. I'm more into luxurious scents. I'm more into body care scents, into niche complex scents, perfume scents. I'm not against gourmands and I really enjoy making them for other people, but for my own preference, probably not. But yeah, so again, the pre-order is going to end tonight at 7 p.m. We do have a 15% discount if you use the code Final Chapter. I have it posted like throughout all the social medias as like a this is the Candle Nurse's final fall pre-order. Come fall next year, we will no longer be the Candle Nurse. We're going to be Stellar and Ash. So we decided today to throw down on a 15% discount if you are interested, and that's today only, which is October 5th. It'll end at 7 p.m. Use Final Chapter. Get yourself some of these fragrances. But let's talk about them since I warmed them. This is one of my favorites. Hey girl, Crystal. I was just talking about you on here. I've been on here for a while. I'm doing like a massive empties. This whole bin was completely full. I've been on here for over an hour. And decided I would talk about my empties so I don't just throw them off. Oh, you're welcome, Rachel. And honestly, I was like gonna throw these out, but I want to give everybody credit where credit's due because I'm a wax addict at heart. And so I was just talking about you though, Crystal, about Rainbow Melts, how incredible Rainbow Melts is. I love it. I got really great performance. Your turnaround time is amazing. The price is great. So keep it up. And I try to refer people to go to your participate in your openings because man, it was so good. So anyway, we're going to talk about the few scents that I was able to get through that are currently open on the pre-order. And the first one I have is Waltz of the Snowflake. This is pear, sugar plum, cinnamon, sugar, smoke, sandalwood. This I think has like shot to the top as like my favorite. I love it. It's beautiful. There's like a deep autumnal fruit scent, but while also giving me a little bit of cozy sugar plum that like reminds me of like the Nutcracker, the ballet. I saw that when I was younger and I fell in love with it. So Waltz of the Snowflake is a beautiful fruit. There's a little bit of spice, but sandalwood that really grounds the fragrance. So that is part of our Once Upon a Winter option. So we have the Storybook Season pre-order, volume 1 through 3. Once Upon a Harvest is volume 1. Volume 2 is Once Upon a Winter. Hi, Xavier. Love you too, bud. And volume 3 is Once Upon a Midnight, which is the more complex, deeper fragrances that I was able to kind of play around with. So this is definitely a Once Upon a Winter fragrance. You guys got to check it out. So good. This is Once Upon a Harvest scent, Milkwood and Ember. This is fire roasted marshmallows, berries, smoked vanilla, embers, tonka bean, mahogany, and palo santo. Again, I did one of these bunts in my room in a hot plate warmer, and I will tell you what, it was incredible. I think all these have thrown for more than 18 hours. I would say some of them for 2 days or longer. It's incredible. So this is more of your deeper, more masculine marshmallow fireside type fragrance. The mahogany really gives this one a little bit more of a depth that leans a little bit more masculine. Don't be the cold throw on this one, I'll be honest, kind of smells a little bit lighter, but it comes to life on warm. So don't be afraid if you get this one and it smells a little bit light. Make sure you let it cure. I only let this cure for about 2.5 weeks before I melted it, and it was a banger. So yeah, awesome. Oh, this one is what I was doing today. So I have two hot plate warmers going right now. One has the first Noel in it, and the other one has Ghost of Christmas Past. If I could tell anybody to blend anything, it would be get these two fragrances and blend them. Holy cow. So first Noel is mulled fruit, fir, lemon peel, clove, cinnamon, maple, pine, balsamic, frankincense, musk, and moss. So this one is going to take your like quintessential holiday, almost potpourri like fragrance, but the fruit is a little bit more rich, and then it adds the frankincense and like the smokiness and the clove. The clove is not super spicy. What it does is it adds like this deep base to that fruity, spicy fragrance that you will get from basically anywhere that's your quintessential holiday. It gives it a twist that makes this a little bit more complex. So the first Noel and then Ghost of Christmas Past has been super popular. I think this one has sold so much in this pre-order. This is blood orange zest, toasted vanilla bean, cade smoke, charred birchwood, patchouli, maple, clove, moss vetiver. This is Ghost of Christmas Past. This is you are at a fire, and it's not burn the house down type of fire, but you are at a fire. You get that earthy soil type fragrance. But then the toasted marshmallow, the blood orange zest, don't let that scare you because this is not fruit heavy. What it does is it rounds out that bonfire scent and adds a little bit of creaminess to it. The maple in here, the moss, it's like I get every single fragrance out of that. This has been super popular. And if you blend these two together, banger, banger, banger. I've had it going since yesterday. So it's been going for well over, I think, 18 hours. And I turned it off so that I could burn my candle. And it is still going to go for another day or two. So both of those are great. Candlelit Feast. This is a harvest, apple, orange, buttery notes, pumpkin, ginger, cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, vanilla, caramel, sugar, cream, and musk. This one just reminds me so much of just like the fruity spiciness of like a Thanksgiving dinner. Like that's what I get from this one a lot. Like it's like you walk in and you get holiday season completely. Like it's Thanksgiving, we're having dinner, there's candlelight, the other lights are kind of dimmed down and we've eaten our dinner, but like this is kind of like the fruity dessert-esque time after you complete dinner. Just super good. Pumpkin cashmere. This one's awesome. Smoked vanilla embers, green leaves, pumpkin vine, cinnamon, clove, caramel, moss. This one, the cashmere, the pumpkin flesh, you get a little bit of cinnamon. Like there's the sweetness of like the pumpkin, the caramel, but you get the moss, which gives you that earthiness, and the green leaves. So you get some pumpkin vine, green leaves, along with like the sweetness of this pumpkin flesh, and then the vanilla embers. So you get a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of sweet. Yeah, that one's great. Super popular. October Noir. This is pumpkin, patchouli, cinnamon, and cedarwood. This is a very sophisticated pumpkin fragrance. This is strong. You don't need very much. I put one bunt out in my open concept and it fills the whole air. Like it just was super strong. So this is not for the faint of heart. It's a very mature pumpkin patchouli scent. The cinnamon and cedarwood round it out. But this is a banger, so this is not for the faint of heart. October Noir. We have smoke. Okay, this I messed up on. It's smoke and sugar. Okay, I put smoked sugar on this little label. That's not true. Smoke and sugar. This is charred marshmallow, pink sugar, patchouli, ember, smoke, and oak. Woo! This is another one. That pink sugar and patchouli. There's something wonderful about that. Woo! I love this one a lot. So the sweet pink sugar, patchouli, you have the charred marshmallows. It's like you get the marshmallow that like you put in the fire. It's so funny because I used to not like patchouli, Rachel, at all, but there's something about this patchouli that is sophisticated, but like it's the charred marshmallow that you like put into the fire and it just like you get that burning fire on the outside of your marshmallow that you blow out, and it's like that black, legit charred, like smoked, almost burnt marshmallow. That's what I get out of this. But the pink sugar really elevates that along with the patchouli. It's so good. And then you get a little bit of that oak in there. Awesome. This one's beautiful. Rustic Evening. This is a very beautiful fall fragrance. This is bergamot, cyclamen, leathery tones of saffron, sandalwood, and amber. This one is really luxurious, like sensual evening during fall. You get the saffron is so beautiful in this. This is just a really beautiful ambery saffron sandalwood fragrance. It's not like foodie, it's not gourmand, it's just beautiful. I think like nighttime, sensual, beautiful autumnal fragrance. We have fall harvest, which is apple, plum, cranberry, pumpkin pie, amber, musk, and cedarwood. This one's so good. Now I'm saying, you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, she's saying it's so good. I know, it's my fragrances, I get it, but there's something about this one that's a little bit more candy-like pumpkin that the amber, the musk, the cedarwood can make this like more of like you could wear it as a perfume, but also like I kind of want to eat it, which is really weird. I love it. The apple is and the plum and the cranberry are blended very well in here. You can just tell that there's some fruit in here, but it's not very mold. It's not like simmered on a pot or anything. I love fall. I want it to be autumn like all year round. We have autumn jam, which is apple, citrus, cranberry, sugar, cinnamon, woods, and dried cloves. This is like your quintessential like autumn autumn preserves with some cinnamon and clove. just a straightforward autumn jam. Like it is what it is. When you smell it, you're gonna go apple, citrus, cranberry simmering together with some sugar. It's very syrupy. That woods and the woods and the dried cloves. I did dried cloves because it's more of like a hint of spice of clove versus it being super clove forward. But like that woods really adds a balance to the fragrance. And then the last one that I got, I think, from mine that I wanted to talk about was the Miracle number 34. This is lavender, vanilla, musk, amber, sandalwood, green, vine. This is gorgeous. I love lavender, but this one's more of like an herbal lavender cream. So instead of it being that like noticeable, Ava, you're levitating. It's great. I'm glad I'm putting you there, girl. But the lavender in here is more of an herbal lavender, but the rest of the notes really do something with this fragrance, where it's not like your quintessential lavender marshmallow, but it's more of like you've got your herbal lavender, you've got a legitimate like vanilla cream, and the sandalwood and the musk. The amber gives it a really beautiful like fragrance. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but anyway, it's a really beautiful take on like a lavender cream is the way that I want to describe it, not like a lavender marshmallow. Okay, so that's it for mine. For the current pre-order, I have a couple of clams in here. So I had some left over from the last pre-order clams that I used to test. Where are you? Okay. I believe I had 4 and 4. So we'll just talk about it, and if I find them, I'll throw them. Okay, so I did Sacred Moon. I don't have the scent notes, but I can give you a description. This is like an amber, cassis, woods, mixed with like a cozy by the fireplace fragrance. It's called Sacred Moon. I really wanted to offer it this go around, but I didn't. I think I'm sold out of this one for sure. And this one's a really beautiful, it doesn't have to be like a season, but it is more of like kind of a quintessential Emily fragrance, which is like that black amber, vanilla woods, cassis, plum, perfumey, fire roasted marshmallows. And I do believe there's like a by the fireplace type, the chestnuts. Very, very strong. So I took 4 of these clams and I put them in the candle crock, and they went for like 7 to 10 days. Long time. The same thing with Obsidian. Obsidian is currently available on the current pre-order. It was between the two, sold out faster and sold more in the last pre-order. So between Sacred Moon and Obsidian, Obsidian is a little bit deeper. I think this one has like the Apollo in it, the fire roasted marshmallow, smoked vanilla. You've got some plum, amber, and violet. I think violet is in this one. This one is gorgeous. So again, I took 4 of these. I only have 3 right now. But I took 4 of them and put them in my candle crock, and they went for like almost 10 days in the candle crock with fragrance. All right. Oh, there's the other Obsidian. I see one here of my, oh, more Obsidian. There's another. I went through a lot of my own. I've been trying to really work through my own fragrances. I did a clam of Belle Fresh, which was in the last July pre-order. This is gorgeous. This is like your candied strawberry. It's bright, it's fruity. There's some cream, like whipped cream creaminess to it. And I think the Kaoli Bougie Marshmallow is part of this. There's some neroli, orange blossom added to it. So I do have like 2 more clams of this in my regular stock that will be back on this evening after we end our pre-order. I did Summer Coast. This one was awesome. I love this one. When we talk about fruit and salty sea air. This one's salty sea air. And oh, what was the fruit that I used in it? I can't remember. I want to say it's like watermelon, strawberry, and salty sea air. Awesome. Summer Coast. That's just like a beautiful summer spring scent. I say a lot. Okay. Do I have any more of mine? All right. I think that's it for mine. Nope, I have one here. This one's awesome, Winchester. I did a whole clam in my room and I didn't need to. I really only needed 2 pieces of Winchester. This is Fraser Fir, Cashmere Cream, and Sugar Cookie Royale. I brought this one back for July and it sold a ton. This is a gorgeous Christmas fragrance. You get the sugar cookie, you get the Fraser Fir. The Cashmere Cream makes it a little bit more pretty versus like edible. Super popular. This was from my original signature line. And I did like an inspiration from Supernatural. And so I called this one Winchester because I just think of like outdoors and hunting and stuff. So, banger. This is an older clam I had of CQ Handcrafted Wax Melts Sugar Honey Honey. This was blue raspberry slushy, saltwater taffy, raspberry lemonade, hint of cherry slushy. This is from 2023. It smelled good. It was just very light. Her new formula is out of this world strong. So I really liked that one for the summer. It was nice and fruity. Ooh, I did a wallflower of Tropidelic. I love Tropidelic, and they didn't bring it back. This is Irresistible Passion Flower, Ylang Ylang, and Misty Rainforest. I swear that this is their passion fruit banana flower with like a rainforest woodsy component to it. It's gorgeous. What started me on like florals, like down that route. And yeah, it's good. I have a ton of those wallflowers, so trying to get through those. Very beautiful summer. I did a wallflower in Kitchen Lemon. Wallflowers are not my favorite. I'm literally just trying to get through them. I did a sample from CQ of Butterfly Cream. This is delightful combination of warm oat milk, lightly steeped butterfly pea flowers, vanilla sugar, and blue hibiscus flowers with a plate of freshly zested lemon bar cookies with a thick baked crust topped with powdered sugar. This was gorgeous. I was a little bit nervous when I saw the pea flower tea, but this was gorgeous. This is a very beautiful lemon. It was a beautiful lemon cream fragrance. So it's kind of gourmand. I did it here in my room. I wish I would have done it in the kitchen, but Butterfly Cream was a very beautiful, and it was in her new formula. So she poured this in April of 25. Yeah, it was super good. I think we talked about this one already, Just Beachy. So this is the second souffle that I did in a candle crock of that one. I did another tub of Sadie. We talked about this one. I loved it. It's a nice background scent. Oh, this is a custom, or when I did my customs with Lavender and Speckles, Lavender Girl. This is sweet lavender buttercream mixes with ocean air and apples. This one was great. Lavender, salty sea air. I didn't get much sweetness with this one. It's more of like an herbal lavender with salty sea air. It was pretty good. I liked that. And what I should have done is mix that with the strawberries at sea or whatever. Ooh, this one's another one I would like to get a lot of. This is Nyx Fire from CQ Handcrafted. Red currant, wild honey, roasted chestnut, smoked coconut, saffron, vanilla noir, warm white birch, sandalwood, white musk, sea salt, fireside leather, and gentle rain. That was gorgeous. These, I think I got 2 bunts as like a sample. And it was incredible. Very beautiful bedroom scent, I would say. Perfumey. You get a little bit of that honey, the currant. Very well blended. Very sophisticated nighttime fragrance. From Super Tarts, I did Mr. Gold. This is Suntan Lotion in Golden Sands. I did this one out in a candle crock. It was like a brick that had 6 pieces. So like well within like a clam size, maybe up to 3 ounces. And this was a banger for like 2 days straight, 2.5 days straight, Mr. Gold. I only needed it. That was like the only thing going at the end of summer. Rainbow Melts, Take Me Away. This is gorgeous. This is that pink sea salt, juicy watermelon, and ocean waves. This is that watermelon and salty sea air. It was strong, strong, strong. So I did this in my open concept. It was like 2 shapes that I cut into 4 pieces. So I got 8 pieces. I just kind of distributed it across my open concept and got a wonderful watermelon, like juicy watermelon, delicious salty sea air mixture that like I almost wanted to drink it. It was so good. We talked about Basic Witch. I went through 2 souffles of that. That one is incredible. Oh, this one was so good too. Rose Girls Jumping on Blue Sugar Clouds. Blue sugar, vanilla crunch donuts, cotton candy frosting, cup of cake, monster cookie, and marshmallow smoothie. This one is so good, you guys. I loved it. I love me some Rose Girls. I really do. And she's really easy to buy from. Jenny Oaks owns Rose Girls, and she's constantly putting stuff up, constantly doing pre-orders. And this one is like a favorite, and I love the color that she used for the wax melts. But this one I did put in a candle crock, and this one lasted longer than that 6-hour mark or 4-hour mark. I think this went for a whole day. I would say give it like 10 hours, 12 hours before I took it out. And yeah, good performer. Okay, this one was a tester of a wax that I'm using for Cellar and Ash. I don't know that I'm using it, but I'm testing with it in candles. It's NS55. It's a cocoa soy. It stated that they could use it for melts, so I tried to make wax melts out of it. And I did Pastel Pumpkin from Dupe, and it was a banger. But you can use it for a wax melt, but it's gonna schmutz. Like it's if you're selling a wax melt, like I think as a sample in like a glassine bag, yeah, sure, it would be okay. But to use it as like in a plastic polypro bag, no, it's gonna look real messy real fast. But it performed beautifully. I have Teddy B's Trickin' and Treatin'. This one is purple sugar, pink and blue sugar, beach treats, vanilla cake pops. It was too light, very, very light. I put the whole souffle in a candle crock and got like no performance out of it. So I wouldn't purchase that one again. It was too light. You had to literally walk over to the candle crock and go over and smell it. Teddy B's Key Lime Sugar Cookies. This was awesome. I put this whole souffle in a candle crock and it went for several days. I really liked the well-roundness of the key lime, like it wasn't too scratchy with the sugar cookie. I did a tub of sweet pink lemon cookies from Teddy B's, pink chiffon, frosted lemon cookies, and vanilla sweet cream. This one was pretty good. I would say this one was on the lighter side. It's from March of 24. It was on the lighter side. I kind of wish that I would have put it in the kitchen. I think I would have gotten a better performance out of it versus in the candle crock kind of far away. It did die out pretty quick. Oh, this is the pink toasted marshmallows. This is the one that I mixed with Winterfell because I had a souffle of this one, a souffle of Winterfell, and she has a scent called Weekend with Nene where it's mixed, so I kind of did my own little mix. This is pink sugar blended with toasted marshmallows. This is kind of a lighter scent, but it did go well together. It was a nice blend with Winterfell. Gave us that like pink sugar, sweet marshmallow scent to kind of round out that cold air and the mintiness of Winterfell. CQ handcrafted, what is this called? Sparks in the Night. This is beautiful, you guys. This is plum, cassis, jasmine, vanilla woods, chestnuts, sweet smoke, neroli, red berries, and cashmere cream. So, this went for a couple days. This is the, I believe, like the Balm Dia Bright mixed with By the Fireplace and cashmere cream. Oh, and it still smells so strong in the clam. Her new formula is spectacular, and this gave me all the vibes, and she is so affordable. And so whenever she has openings, you guys should go check her out. Her fragrances are getting really sophisticated, but she also does a lot of gourmands where she adds a ton of different blends to gourmands. So if you're a big gourmand fan, like, you want to go check her out. Again, from her, I did Wanna Play Mermaid. And this is strawberry margarita, sweet strawberry swimming pool, fresh linen, and a hint of mermaids after midnight. So Anya, I love Anya. I love her YouTube. Huge fan. I watch every video she posts. I love her descriptions, especially when she has those really long, like, round robin videos. Oh, this is so good. This is definitely a summer strawberry margarita with some salty sea air fragrance. I like hoarded her stuff and then used it only in my room. And so this is like a delicious strawberry drink scent, essentially. Her and I like really, we're like strawberry sisters. We love strawberry in all different forms. Oh, I did. This is awesome. It's like a little brittle of Midnight Rain from Knowles. This is Beach Evenings and Blackberry. Oh, the Blackberry. Again, he's got a spectacular Blackberry. This performed beautifully. This was gorgeous. I would totally buy that again. Love that. I love, like, his was black. He called it Midnight Rain, but it was Beach Evenings and Blackberry. But I love that Blackberry. I love the berry in Second and Spruces. Salty, I think it's salty when wet. And then lavender and speckles, that smoked blackberries. So good. Crystal, she's probably not on here anymore, but if she was, this is a banger, and I must get some more. This is called Fresh Clouds, Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds with White Clouds. This was 2 tiles. I'm gonna keep this because of the strength and the scent inside. I don't know what this is, but it is incredible. I use this in my laundry room because, again, the laundry room, it'll waft out into my open concept because of airflow. And I cut her, she had like 2 square tiles in here, and I cut it into, how did I do this? I think I cut them in half, and then I didn't do 4. I think I had 6. So I had 12 pieces. Put this in the hot plate warmer in my laundry room, 1 square, and it was so strong, and it was gorgeous. There's something about the Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, which, I mean, I have that oil, I love it, but the white clouds, whatever the white clouds is, it's like literally airy, fluffy clouds. Like, I don't know, I'm obsessed with this one. I would buy a truckload of this one, Fresh Clouds, which is sitting here off to the side because I just love the scent of that one. That one smells so good. CQ, I did Penelope. This is Baccarat Rouge, Type, Fire Roasted Marshmallows, Malo Fireside, and Vanilla Bean Noel. Again, another beautiful take on Baccarat Rouge. It's definitely Baccarat Rouge heavy, but I love that, like, Pharmacist's Daughter and that Anya did like a spin on Baccarat because it's so beautiful. Like, it's a very stable scent. It's a scent that a lot of people love, but like everybody's doing Baccarat, right? Like, you can just get a dupe from anyone. And what I love about this is when people take it and blend it, because it really brings it out, because Baccarat Rouge is generally a pretty light scent. That one's like one I can almost eat too, even though it's like really pretty. Okay. This was from a round robin that I got. It's from Scoopable Wax Melt. It's like a little sample of Palo Campfire Marshmallow. Gorgeous. Campfire Marshmallow Palo Santo. Can't go wrong with that. I'm a smoky girl. We have another wallflower here, Fiji White Sands. I'm just trying to get through them. They're not my favorite. I do like the idea that it like can add fragrance all year round, but I don't trust the plug-in, so sometimes I unplug them because they get really hot. But this Fiji White Sands Fresh Cut Sugarcane White Nectarine and Sandalwood, I don't like it in the wallflower. It's almost cloying in the wallflower, but love it in a candle. Right now we're using Cactus Blossom Up, which is just, I love Cactus Blossom. Cactus Flower Petal, Sunkissed Coconut, Vanilla, and Sparkling Lemon. Awesome. Pink Lavender and Espresso. That's just kind of a really, I have too many of these. I have like 9 wallflower plugs of this one. And one of my kids don't like it. he doesn't like it. It's rich pink lavender, caramel, espresso bean, smooth vanilla, but we are using it in a space that gives us a really nice background ambiance type scent with the wallflower, but the candle is super strong. I think I have like 3 candles too. Okay, you guys, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, my son put this in. I made him a sample of Heart of Gold. Heart of Gold is after my son, William, my middle child, and I had some samples that he warmed, and he said he loved it. It's his fragrance. Finished up a loaf of I Heart Vanilla Pear. This is gorgeous. Would buy this one again. Creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, marshmallow magnolias, blended with sweet pear and sugar nectar. This one was gorgeous. It took me all of spring and summer to get through because you only need like a little bit to get like a really great throw from this one. This one was from March of 24. I hope she brings this one back again, maybe next year if I can get through some of her stuff. I'd love to pick up like this, some Honeybee, Emma of Normandy, First of Her Name. Like those are like my stable fragrances from Teddy Bees. Another CQ handcrafted umbrella drink. This was good, really fruity, pineapple, coconut water, lime, blueberry, raspberry. That didn't make any sense. Sorry, pineapple, coconut water, lime, blue raspberry, orange slices, topped with juicy cherry. This is just a really beautiful, fruity, tropical drink. That did great in my bedroom. All right, next up I have a couple Walmart waxes here. Okay, so I have some Walmart wax here. I did 1 clam. These are cheap, you guys, like $2.22 or something. Watermelon sugar. These are beautiful summer fragrances. Again, I think that's the only time I will buy the Walmart clams is for like summer and perfumey type scents. I don't like the scent of like buttercream and stuff like that. Like I just don't. But this one was a beautiful, just really candied, sugary watermelon. This one was a banger. Caribbean Sea Breeze. This one was almost too much. Can't do it in my room. I had to do it in my open concept. It reminds me of coconut and cotton. This is like kind of the coconut and cotton version, I think. And so that one went in my open concept. And then watermelon kiwi lemonade. This one's really good because watermelon lemonade can be a little bit off-putting to me. But having kiwi in here was really delicious. And for the price, you can't go wrong. And then I did Hello Gorgeous, which is really beautiful. This is vanilla rose and pink pear. Oh, this is a really beautiful, almost smells like some, it smells like something. This one, I know it says vanilla rose and pink pear, but this one kind of gives me like a Baccarat Rouge mixed with something else. I don't know, but I have some more. You guys can see like there. This whole row is Walmart wax, but it's like spring summer wax, so we're putting it off until next year and we'll warm it up. It's cheap, it's easy to get your hands on. It lasts for a good amount of time. It's good. It's good. Didn't smell too artificial. I have a Rose Girls Kissing in the Tropical Rain. This one is Starfruit, Peaches, Salty Sea Air, Fresh Air, and Floral and Rain. This one was a little bit too floral. I did this one in the laundry room, and it really helps to like minimize the power of that fragrance to give us a really nice scent in the house. Very clean. And then another CQ handcrafted salt. What is this? Soleil Nectar. I was gonna say salted. Soleil Nectar, golden, sweet, and sun-kissed like sipping tropical drinks by Private Ocean Cabana. Okay, this one it's bright, it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It's kind of perfumey. This one was not my favorite. There's a little bit of scratchiness going on with it, but it was good and it was a powerhouse. You guys, I said earlier, if you're just hopping on, I just started shopping a little bit from like small business, and Amber and Oak is a small candle business. And when I receive her order, she gives us little wax melt samples. And so I have a few here from her. This one's amazing. This one was from her Halloween collection that she sold out of very quickly. This is Haddonfield 1978. This is Suburban Shrubs, Plum Cider, Bonfires, The Night He Came Home. I love a story. Like I said, I love a story description over like just plain scent notes. I just think that's what pulls me into buying something. Like is when somebody can give us like a scent story description. I know, again, like I said, when you're buying online, you can't smell it, so you really need to know kind of what's in it to have an idea. But sometimes you see the scent notes and it's not even what you expect. So to get like a little bit of a story that grabs you in, Haddonfield 1978. This is from her Halloween release, which I didn't buy any Halloween candles. I just got all of her autumn candles. But this one was incredible. Powerhouse, very like deep stone fruit fragrance with a little bit of outdoorsy earthiness. She's really great at blending those deep. She's got like, you should go follow her on YouTube and Instagram. She vlogs Amber and Oak, and she has like a little garden, and she lives like near woods, and she does these stories, but she's very earthy, apothecary type fragrances. I don't know, I'm obsessed. It's soy. She has a scent called Beachcomber, which is awesome. I already went through one of these candles. This one is just perfect. This one is literally like you're on the beach and it's like you're at a like a resort, and it's like a high-end, like not just like a salty sea air. There's just more to it. It's like a sophisticated salty sea air type fragrance. Love that one. Oh, I wish I could buy this candle. This is called the Apiary. This was like a honey floral fragrance from her. And I put this in the, I had a wax, I put the wax warmer in the foyer instead of the candle crock. And it was just one little piece, and I put it in there, and it scented the whole opening of my walkway. And I never thought that I would love like floral and honey together, but this is just like a really beautiful honey floral. She doesn't have it available right now, but it's called the Apiary, and I could not say it for the life of me. Billy had to help me say that because I can't say it. But now that I know how to say it, it's great. And then she had a candle for the summer called 90s Summer, and it's like your firecracker pop, but like there was a twist to it. And so I got these on 2 different occasions and loved it. Great. Amber and Oak, go check her out. I had a single sample of Soleil Nectar from CQ that I used. I have some little samples. Sweet Tooth's Cotton and Coconut, gorgeous fragrance, love that, like the fresh cotton coconut. I think this is when I did the Pharmacist's Daughter. This is a sample of Salty Marsh. This is like straight salty sea air. Like that's what I get there, and maybe a little bit of driftwood. It was good. Lavender and Speckles, Strawberry Vanilla Surf. This was in her olive oil blend back in the day. I don't know if she does that still. This is Strawberry Vanilla Marshmallow, Driftwood, Sea Salt, and Caramel. This was pretty. Kind of light though. Didn't fill the room. Barbershop and Cinnamon Tobacco. I put this in our guest bathroom, and this is a banger. Super strong, super strong. Loved it. That it's like so strong in that little thing. That one was like filled up a lot. It like wafted out. Trying to see if all I have left is Scentsy. Okay, I got through a few Scentsy. I'm using up the Scentsy I have. Some of these were those little sample testers I got when I signed up for a consultant. I'm not a consultant for Scentsy. I haven't bought for a while. I have like a whole like cubby full of Scentsy, and then like a little tub on the side here of scents that I was like, do I keep, do I not keep? And I've been trying to work through them. I'm not saying I won't ever buy Scentsy, but it's just not the top of my list when I'm making my own fragrance. So I did Rainbow Sherbet as one of them. I just call it Sherbet. Sorbet. sherbet, rainbow sherbet. Sippin' Poolside. I love that one. That's a great scent. Camu Camu. Kukui and Coconut. Mango Matcha. Blue Agave and Melon, and Lake My Day. All of these were beautiful. They were little, I have like a small warmer in my bathroom, an element warmer from Scentsy, and so these are perfect to put little pieces in, or like the wall plug to use up like in a bathroom or off in a hallway. That's where I put these. These were all good, pretty good summer scents. I have Teddy B's Melee's The Red Queen. This was really pretty. This one is very perfumey and smoky, but I got a lot of berry out of that one, and it was good. Strawberry Blossom Wallflower Plug. That one I took out early because I didn't like it. It was like a floral. Then we did another Fiji White Sands. All right. I did a Surfer Chick here in my room. This is Bubbly Lemon Tonic, Guava, Sweet Cherries, and Blackberries. This one's more body care-esque. Like, it has a lot of fruit in it, but there's some type of floral musk, like maybe a jasmine or something that's in there. I like it. I have one more bar that I'll probably get through and put in my open concept. Ooh, did I have two of these? I did one clam of Cake Me to Paradise. This is Sweet Cake Juicy Orange Island Rum. Really beautiful summer fruity tropical fruit scent. That one's awesome. Luna's so pretty. This is Jasmine, Sweet Pea, Freesia, Berries, and Sandalwood. I have a couple more of these left. This is a really beautiful spring scent. I don't have a ton of like Christmas or fall Scentsy. I have a little bit of like king cake and stuff like that that I might use up this year, and I have one rum pum plum, but other than that, the rest of them are more like spring summer that I'll probably push through next year, because some of them are starting to get really juicy, I would say, pretty quickly. I did 2 clams of Candy Orchard. This is Spun Sugar, Raspberry, Warm Vanilla. These ones were okay. I did these in a hallway. They're very, it smells like a, it's warm vanilla, but it smells like a cookie or something that's in there. So it's kind of like a cotton candy and cookie scent. Let's see here. This go around, I did one Born to Lead. This is orange, melon, and vanilla. This is a laundry room scent that I have going. I have like, I bought in like a ton of, it was like a clearance sale, so I bought like 12 of them, like a dummy. The same with what is it, the North Calls or something. I bought a ton of these. So these are my laundry room scents that I do. They're very clean. This one's Berry, Grapefruit, Lily of the Valley, and Touch of Marine. Knocked those out. I did an awesome blend that I want to tell you guys about Scentsy, because I don't know that they have this one. I used Red Delicious, but they have Johnny Appleseed. You could do it with that. Red Delicious was a Bring Back My Bar, crisp, juicy apples from the orchard. That smelled just like Red Delicious. Like, it's not Macintosh. It's so good. And then I took Hay Rides, which is fresh hay, cedarwood, crisp apple orchards. I did a 1 cube for 1 cube in all the open concept warmers, and it smells so heavenly. It's a perfect like beginning of autumn fragrance when you're doing apple scents, because this Hayride has some apple in it, but this just like supplemented it. Beautiful fragrance. I have 3 more Red Delicious left that I'm going to use up this fall, and I think I have 1 Autumn Road Trip, which gives me kind of similar vibes to Hayride, and Golden Garland or something, which gave me Hayride's vibes too, and I'm going to mix those 2 together and use them up and enjoy them. I did didn't I do a mix here? Okay, I did 1 bar of coconut daiquiri during the summer, coconut milk, banana, and vanilla cream, and that was good. It was kind of light. I finished a bar of coconut lemongrass. This was awesome. This one is super strong. It's in like the same realm as Squeeze the Day and stuff. I use this like in the kitchen when we're cooking and we got to get rid of the food smell. I did a key lime and grapefruit. This one's okay. It's light and a little bit scratchy. I have one more that I'll get through. I try to save these ones for like when we're cooking to kind of break through or do like odor elimination. If something smells funky, you can use that. Berry Bubble Blue. This one's okay. This one's blue raspberry, green apple, spun sugar. This is a kid scent. I got it for my kids, but they didn't end up liking it. It was too sweet, too sugary. So I've been putting it in my laundry room just to use it up. I finished Street Parade. This is blood orange, juicy plum, and golden pineapple. This was really good. I had one from I think it's 24. Yeah, March of 24. I think this was like a limited time release or something. Street Parade, the Mardi Gras collection. And this was super good. This is super fruity, super bright, not scratchy, but just really fruity, and it was great for the summer. I did a Sun Castles. This one's not my favorite. Sunny Coconut Pistachio Sweet Almond. It's okay. I have a couple more bars left that I'll get through next summer. And then ending my empties with Bonfire Beach. Toasted mallow. It's probably marshmallow, but I put mallow. Toasted mallow, sandalwood, salty sea air, and ocean spray. Quintessential. I have like 14 more bars of these that I'll get through. This is a favorite. It changed colors quite early, but it's because of the vanillin, so the scent is still good. Whenever you have a high vanillin content, it will turn your clams colors and will change the dye of the fragrance, but it shouldn't alter the fragrance. It's just because the high vanillin content will it will turn it yellow essentially, or brown. I ended with Starburst Sky, apple, whipped vanilla, creamy coconut, amber blossom. Yeah, that's my favorite. I love this one. My favorite all time, along with Bonfire Beach and Sugared Strawberry. But that's it for all of the wax, you guys. I had a whole bin that was full. Thank you so much for watching. It was kind of fun to go live. I don't think I missed anybody's comments, hopefully. I'd like to go live more. It was kind of fun. I felt kind of some pressure about filming a video and editing these empties, and I thought I'm just going to go live, talk about our pre-order today. It's ending today at 7 p.m. I appreciate you guys for sticking around this live. There is a 15% discount. Final chapters, the code. Use that for the pre-order today. It will end at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and then our regular website will be back up shortly after that. We currently have like a summer clearance sale going on, so there's a discount on summer scents that we have. So once that comes back up, if you guys are interested in home fragrance, do that. I'm excited to get this fragrance or this pre-order fragrances turned around for you guys. But yeah, let me know, leave a comment. I'll check this out later on to see if anybody has any comments or questions, or watches it back later and leaves a comment so that I will write them back. I hope that you guys all have a great day, and thanks for joining me on this Sunday. Cheers to a good day. Love you too, Maya. You guys have a great day.